Hello! Welcome back to the Secret Classroom. I'm Sabrina. Here in the Secret Classroom, we have all kinds of learning adventures. It's a pretty fun way to spend the summer, don't you think so? And even when we're not here, we can take the Secret Classroom with us. All you have to do is dream up an adventure because the whole wide world is a classroom. All it takes is a little imagination. That's the magic of the Secret Classroom. If you think about it, our imagination takes us places. It's sort of like a kind of transportation. Transportation is a fancy word for how we move from one place to another. Our feet could be our transportation. So could a car, a train, a boat, an airplane, a bicycle, a skateboard, a scooter, roller skates, a hot air balloon, and so much more.
Hey friends, guess what's behind me? That's right, it's an airplane. And since we're talking about transportation today, I wanted to tell you all about airplanes because they're so cool. They can take us places cars, trucks, boats, or even our legs can't. Because guess what? They can fly over the land and the sea. They can take us anywhere in the world. But they can do more than just take us places. They can also carry supplies or even mail. And sometimes they can help us see what we can't see from the ground. But you know what's really cool? They can even help us fight fires. So, airplanes are really important. And later, I'm going to show you around and tell you where I'm at. But here's a hint. I'm where airplanes live. I'll see you back here in a little bit, though.
Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Peterson again. You've been talking about this big word, transportation. That means going places. We can go places in our car. We can go places on a boat. We can even go places on an airplane. And today, we're going to talk about something we see when we go in a car. Look at this. What did you say it was?
Stoplight.
A stoplight. So let's pretend that we're mommy and daddy driving in the car. And we see that the light is red. What do we have to do?
Stop.
We have to stop.
Stop right there.
Stop right there. Well, what if we're driving and we see a light turn yellow? What does yellow mean? Yellow means start to slow down.
When you're driving on a green light, when it's the red light,
Hold on, Jack.
When it's the red light, you stop, and then when it turns to the yellow light, you go slow with the driver wheel, and then when it's green, you go faster.
That's right. When it's green, we go. So red means stop. Yellow means slow down, and green means go. Well, I have a chart for us to read today, and it's called Stoplight. Let's see. Hazley, tell me, what color do you see on our chart? Tell me one color, Hazley.
Pink.
Pink? Do you see this color?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at the first letter. The first letter is R. And what does R say? R-E-D. Friends, what color is that?
Pink.
Red. That color's red. All right, Miss Nuseba, what color do you see here?
Green.
Green. That's my favorite color, isn't it?
Me too.
It's
my favorite colors too.
Miss Arabella,
Mine too.
this letter says curve around and slide back. What letter is that?
G.
G. And what does G say, friends? G. G.
Like go.
Like go, that's right.
Just right on the stoplight.
We know that green means
And
go.
also like great.
And also like gorilla. Okay, Nuseba, tell me one last color that you see right down here.
Yellow.
Yellow. Ooh, let's see. We've got down, up, and a short stick. Let's see, Jack, can you see that letter?
Yeah.
What is that letter called?
Y.
Y, good job. Friends, let's put a Y on our hands in sign language. Are you ready? Just like this, Jack, tuck away your pointer finger. And now, if we shake our Y like this, it says yellow.
What? Yeah.
Like yes, that's right.
And it means I play.
And if we do both hands, it means play. One hand means yellow. Okay, friends, so Mrs. Peterson is going to read this to you. Are you ready? Okay. Stoplight. Red on top, green below. Red says stop. Green says go. Yellow says wait, even if you're late. Oh, goodness. They rhyme. You're the smartest. What does it mean if words rhyme? I'll give you a clue. They sound the same in the middle and end. So, Jack, what words did you hear that could rhyme?
Wait, even you're late.
Wait and late. Good job, Jack.
What I was gonna say.
That's what you were going to say? Okay, I'm going to read you some lines again and see if you can hear the rhyming words this time. Red on top, green below. Red says stop. Did you hear some rhyming words that time?
Yes.
What words did you hear? If you think you know, raise your hand. Hazley, what did you hear that rhymes?
Red and green.
Those are color words. Listen to these words. Top, stop.
That rhymes. Top, stop.
They rhyme. Top, stop. And I hear two more words that rhyme. I hear below and go.
Yeah.
Those sounded the same to you. Hey, that word below can be a little bit tricky. What do you think the word below means?
The green is on the bottom.
Oh, I heard that word bottom. So if something is below, does that mean it's on the bottom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, if I take my hand and I put it down here, what's another word for that?
Bottom.
Bottom or
Up.
Oh, this would be up. This would be under.
Below.
Under or below. So do under and below mean the same thing?
Yeah.
They do. That's a tricky word. Okay.
I know a rhyming word.
Yes, tell me.
Hazley, Waisley.
Those are silly rhyming words. I like it. Hazley, Waisley. Let's see. If I say the word red, can you think, Jack, can you think of a word that sounds like red or rhymes with red?
Jackie, Jakey.
Well, those start with the same sound, but I'm going to say the word red. You say a word back to me that sounds like red. Nusebo, what are you thinking? I can see your brain working very hard. Red. I'll give you a clue.
I know something.
Are you ready?
Red,
Say
red.
red head. And Hazley said red
Red.
bread. Good thinking. Can you think of one more? It's something that you sleep in at night.
Bed.
Red bed. Good job. Okay, friends, thanks for listening and learning with us today. Next time you're in the car with your grown-ups, I want you to put on your binoculars and I want you to look all around you and see if you find a stoplight. And remember, red means stop, yellow means slow down, and green means go. We'll see you next time.
I don't know about your family, but in my family, our car is our main transportation, most of the time. Sometimes car rides can be kind of long and boring, but they don't have to be.
Hey friends, I'm so glad you're back today. I heard that you guys have been learning about transportation this week. When I heard that, I thought about how much I love taking rides in the car. So I hopped in my chair and I started driving. But something that I love to do in the car is notice the things around me. So that's something that you could do in the car too when you're riding to the store. You can see so many things even in a short trip to the store. So I'm gonna hop back in my car. If you wanna go along with me, pick up your steering wheel and let's get on the road. Are you ready? Let's go. Here we are. Now, when I'm driving in the car, I like to see everything around me, like I said before. But I also like to notice the colors of everything. I like to notice what everything looks like. So let's talk about it. Since we weren't going to be able to be on a real road in our classroom, my friends in my classroom drew me this beautiful background of what they see when they're in the car. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, I see a pretty blue sky. That is so pretty. Do you guys see that when you're in the car? Sometimes it's black if it's nighttime, right? Let's see. What else do we have here? Ooh, I see 2 birds. One's up high in the sky and one's coming down, maybe to go look at that flower down here. So I see the big blue sky, 2 blue birds. Ooh, I better get my hands back on the steering wheel. Sky and birds. What else do we have? Ooh, I see a pretty flower. That's what that bird's probably coming to look at. Remember? It's a pretty pink and purple flower. Oh, I love that flower. So many things to see when you're driving. There's a pretty green grass. Oh, and I see a big blue truck back here. Can you guys see that? There's a big blue truck back here with some big tires. Ooh, I love to see those big trucks. Those trucks make loud noises. They go rum, 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 right? Oh, I bet you've heard those. Those are so cool. Well, what else can we see here? Ooh, we see some clouds. It looks like a pretty day here. I don't think it's going to rain today. It's very pretty with some fluffy white clouds. Well, I don't think I see anything else here. Do you guys? No, that's all I see. I don't really see a sun. Maybe we need to add a sun in there later, huh? Because I always see the sun when I'm driving and the sky is pretty and blue. Well, you know what? That's something that you guys could do after you take a trip. You could get home and draw a beautiful picture of all of the things that you saw in the car while you were in the car. You might not, my friends really saw a lot of blue, but you could use a lot of color and see what else you see. What color cars did you see? What birds did you see in the sky? Maybe some butterflies. Sometimes I see a grasshopper hopping around too. Those are some awesome things. After you draw your beautiful picture, a really good idea is to label it. So I think I'm gonna come and label my friend's picture. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? Okay, well, I need to go back onto the road so I can reverse my car out of here. Okay, I'm ready. I have my red marker and I am ready to label my friend's picture for them. Now, I want to make sure that I label it nice and pretty because they did such a good job on this picture. So, let's see, what can I label first? Ooh, I think I'm going to do this pretty flower. A flower starts with the sound f, f, f. And I know that that sound can be shown with the letter F. So I'm going to write the letter F for flower. F. Oops, I better hold my paper straight. Here's my F. I'm going to make a lowercase f. Awesome. Okay, so now I will remember that this flower starts with the F. Let's see, what else do I want to label? Ooh, I want to label one of these pretty blue birds. Now, birds starts with a different letter than flower. So birds starts with B. I'm going to use a capital B this time. A capital B has a tall stick and curves around and around. Such a pretty letter. I love it. So we've got flower and birds, and you guys can label all of your pictures when you make such a beautiful picture like this. I cannot wait to see what you see in the car. See you later.
Welcome back, everyone. Guess where I'm at? That's right, it's an airport. So airports are homes for airplanes where they can take off or land. There's some really big ones that are really busy, but there's also some like these, which are smaller. Well, if you go to an airport, there's buildings like these all around, and they're called hangars. No, not quite like the clothes hangars. They're more like garages for your airplanes. There's also these really big runways, but they're just really long driveways. Well, I'm gonna go find my friend Ashley, who's an air traffic controller. I'll meet you back outside.
Hi, boys and girls. Today, we are going to be detectives, and I need your help solving some problems. Are you ready to help be detectives with me? Great, come along. Our first problem, we all have this problem. We might have this problem at home, at school, at the store. We all have it. Let's take a look. Ooh, shoo-wee. We have a stinky trash can problem on our hands. I wonder who we can call to help solve this problem. Do you know who we can call? Should we call a firefighter with a fire truck, a garbage collector with a dump truck, a school bus driver with a school bus, or a doctor with an ambulance? Who would be helpful to solve this problem? You're right, we need to call a garbage collector with a dump truck. The garbage collector is a very big helper in our community. They help keep our streets clean, our city clean, and our homes clean. They come and they take our trash away and they take it to a safe place. And you know what's pretty cool about the dump truck? It actually dumps. That's why they call it a dump truck. Let's go to our next problem and see what we can do to solve it. You guys, the other day, it was just so sad. I wasn't feeling very good. I had a bad cough and my head hurt and I was sick, but I needed to go see the doctor. And the doctor used some special tools to help me out and make me feel better. Let's take a look at a few of them. Our first tool is this. Do you know what this is? This is called a stethoscope. Have you ever seen one of these? This is what a doctor uses to listen to your heart and to see if there's a problem that he needs to solve. Let's look at our next tool. This is not one of my favorite tools, but it is a very helpful tool. Have you ever seen something like this before? This is what you use to get a shot, and it gives us medicine to make us feel better. So even though it might be a little scary, it's a very helpful and a good tool. This is what the doctor needed to use to help make me feel better when I got sick. Let's look at our last tool. I bet you've seen something like this before. This is something that you sometimes put on your head, maybe in your ear, or sometimes under your tongue. Do you know what this is called? This is called a thermometer. A thermometer helps check your temperature and see if you're running a fever. If you're running a fever, then the doctor needs to know so that he can make you feel better. Now, when we're not feeling very good, who would the doctor call to come and pick us up? Which vehicle? Would he call the fire truck, the dump truck, the school bus, or the ambulance? You're right. A doctor would call an ambulance. An ambulance is what comes whenever you're not feeling well or when you're hurt. Have you ever heard an ambulance when you were driving in your car? I bet you have. I bet you've heard their loud sirens coming down the street. And what do your parents do whenever they hear an ambulance? They pull over and they clear the way so that the ambulance and the doctors can get to the person that's sick or hurt quickly and help them out. An ambulance is white and red, and they have bright flashing lights so that you can see them coming. And they make a very loud noise. Do you know what sound an ambulance makes? They make a sound kind of like this. Wee-oo, wee-oo. Can you make that sound? Very good. Let's solve our next problem. Our next problem is right here. Let's look back, and I see a very big problem. What's happening to this house? What do you see? I see some big flames coming out of the house, and it looks like the people are in danger. Somebody needs to save them. It looks like the house is on fire, and we need to call somebody to put the fire out and to save the people from the house. Who do we call whenever the house is on fire? You're right. We need to call a firefighter, and the firefighter is going to bring their fire truck. And the fire truck has some very handy tools to help put the fire out. You might notice the fire truck has a very long and powerful hose. This is used to help put the fire out with a lot of water. Another tool that a fire truck has is a long ladder. This ladder is important for the firefighters to reach those tall places. That way they can climb out or climb up and help save the people through the windows. That might be what needs to happen in this house too. Let's listen to the noise that a fire truck makes and see if you recognize it. Ready? Have you heard that sound before? The same thing with the fire truck. When you hear that sound, you pull your car over and you get out of the way so they can go safely and quickly to help save the people. Great job today, learners. We have learned so much today. We have our backpack. We learned about our helpers and their vehicles, and I think we are ready for school. Who can we call to help get us to school safely? We need to call the school bus driver. The school bus driver is a big helper. It's bright and yellow, and he drives it to make us safe as we go to school and home. Let's call him and help us get home safely. Bon voyage, friends.
One of the best things about transportation is we can go explore new places. Anytime we want to go somewhere, we should ask our parents first. But when we do go someplace new, whether it's on a trip or just around our block, it's important to be safe and follow the rules and know who to ask for help.
Hey everyone, I found Ashley. So Ashley is an air traffic controller. So can you tell us more about your job and why it's important?
So I'm with the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, and you see that tower back there? I work there as an air traffic controller at the Amarillo Airport.
That's really cool. So kind of like a crossing guard at a crosswalk, right?
Yes, ma'am. What we do is we provide a safe and expeditious flow of traffic. We tell the aircraft when to take off and when to land, and if there's an emergency, we're there to make sure that we give them everything they need.
That is so neat. So when I fly, you're kind of like the one that gives them the green light, right?
Yes, ma'am. We give them the cleared for takeoff and they're ready to go.
Wow. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for telling us about that. Guys, thank you so much for coming along and learning about airplanes with us. So the next time you hear one, imagine where it might be going, who it might have, or what it might be carrying. Well, I'm cleared for takeoff. Bye!
Hey guys, it's Miss Bai, and today we are going to talk about transportation. There are 3 different categories for transportation. There is air, land, and water. And guess what I brought with me today? If you guessed it, I brought back my mystery box. Do you guys remember the chant? Well, if you didn't remember the chant, guess what? I'm going to sing it for you right now. Here we go. Mystery box, mystery box. What's in the box? What's in the box? A fox with socks, a fox with socks, a fox with socks in the box. Very good, you guys. All right, now let's see what kind of things we will pull out of the mystery box. Here we go. I'm reaching in. What are we gonna find? It's a picture of a car. Oh, I love my little blue car. Do you drive in a car, or do you know someone that does? Let's see. Do cars go in the air? I don't think so. Do they go on the land? Maybe. Do cars go in water? Hopefully not. Yep, cars go on the land. So I'm gonna put it right there under the picture of the road. And maybe you can point out different cars that you see on the road. Different car games, point out the different colors. All right, let's give it a drum roll. Let's see what else we have in this mystery box. We have a sailboat. Let's see, what category would a sailboat go under? I don't think it would go in the air or on land. Yep. Sometimes I see sailboats on the water and people go fishing and they go swimming and they jump off the sailboats in the ocean. It's pretty cool to see and it's pretty fun. And now we have a boat. The boat doesn't go in the air. It doesn't go in the land. Yep. I think a boat is the sailboat's best friend. It goes on the water too. Sometimes I ride in the back of a boat whenever I go to the lake, whenever I'm at the ocean. You will see them everywhere, and they both go on the water. Let's see what else is in this mystery box. Let's give it a drum roll. While I'm reaching in, can you think of anything that you would see? Did you think of an airplane? Well, that is what we have. Does it go under the air? Is it on the land? Yep, it goes under the air. Y'all are correctamundo. Good job, y'all are smart. Kiss your brains. Say, good job, me. Good job, me. Now let's see if we can guess some more. Correct. Let's look in this mystery box. A hot air balloon. Let's see. It says air. I betcha you will see these in the sky. Yep. You can ride in a cool little basket way up high, but hold on tight because that would be scary to me. So I don't think you'd see Miss Bi in a hot air balloon. But you might see me on a bus, on a field trip. Buses take people all different places, and you can make friends on the bus. You know that? If you ever see anyone sitting by themselves, well, you can sit by them on the bus. And I think that goes, I'll drive it right under the land. There we go. I think we have time for one more. Let's see what's in the mystery box. I gotta reach far. Oh, there we go. Right on the bottom. We have a train. Trains are fun. And guess what? Let's guess together. Do they go under the air? Are they on the land? Or are trains on the water? Yep. I think they are on the land. Good job, you guys. So let's see what all kinds of things are under the categories. We have in the air, an airplane or a hot air balloon. On the land, we have a car, bus, or a train. And with water, you can travel on a sailboat or on a boat. That sounds like a lot of fun. When you're with your mom and dad, you can point out all sorts of different types of ways that people can travel. You can look in the sky and point out some cool airplanes or even jets. So thanks for doing this game with me. I had fun. And I had fun with my mystery box. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Transportation is pretty amazing. It's how we get places. Without it, we'd be stuck, literally. Or really tired from all that walking. Am I right? Well, I got a jet now. See you next time. And remember, all the world is your very own secret classroom. Just use your imagination. It takes you places. Bye!
Ever been on an airplane? Have you ever been in a boat?
No.
Have you ever been on a train?
No.
What's your favorite mode of transportation?
Jumping on the beds.
What's your favorite mode of transportation? Ice cream. Yeah.
Where did the cat go on a vacation?
Where?
To New York. What does the frog say when he needs a ride?
What?
What does the frog say when he needs a ride?
What?
Hop in.